This is Dr. Carroll, and this is another video about stacks and queues and really contrasting basic operations between them. So let's go through an exercise where we're going to be using common terms between stack and queue to help us compare them. So instead of push, I'll refer to as insert. Instead of pop, delete. And then for queue, instead of in queue, we'll have insert. Instead of dequeue, we'll have delete. So what would happen after we inserted 1 into a stack? Well, it'd be on the top of the stack. And in an array, what that would look like is it's going to be at index 0. Okay? Now, if we inserted 2, it gets a little more interesting. 2 would be at the top of the stack, but for efficiency, we're not going to put that at index 1. We're going to put that at index 2. Sorry, not index 0. We're going to put it at index 1. Now, if we deleted 1 on a stack, we delete from the top. Where's the top? It's on the right in this visualization. And so then we'd just be left with index 0, the original one. Now, if we insert 3, it goes on to the top. Here, illustrating that at index 1, which would be on the right. If we remove, we're going to remove the most recent one for a stack, and so we'll just be left with the original item at index 0. And if we call delete again, we would have none. That's for a stack. For a queue, let's go through the same operations. If we insert 1 into an empty queue, it's going to go into index 0. Now, if we insert 2 into an empty queue, it's going to go into index 1 also, but the beginning of the queue is where my cursor is, where the value 1 is, at index 0 in the array, the underlying data structure. This might be more evident when we look at delete. When we look at delete, what it's going to do is going to remove the first value in the array. Now, we're not going to shift everything for efficiency, so this value is still going to be at index 1. And so the beginning of the array, the beginning of the queue then would be at index 1 instead. So if we went to insert 3, we would insert it at index 2. So index 0 is not used. Index 1 would be the beginning of the queue, and index 3 would be, I'm sorry, I'm mixing up. Index 0 is empty. Index 1 has the value 2. Index 2 has the value 3. So this is the back of the queue. This is the beginning of the queue. If we called delete, we're going to remove the first item in the queue. So if we execute a dequeue command, then we've deleted everything of it. This is kept super simple just to go over the basic operations and to contrast between a stack and a queue. I hope you enjoyed the video. See you on another video.